Well, it finally happened. Palworld got sued.
What?
But not for the reason you think. Nintendo has finally cracked down on Palworld after there were many comparisons made between the two properties and their pals versus the Pokemons that they have. The game only releasing in January of 2024, and a lot of people kind of questioning, thinking, how long will they get away with this? But base management, guns, and everything else made it different enough that it was a smash hit, reaching a 2 million player peak on Steam. But finally, the fated day has come where Nintendo has calmed down on the indie developers. But the biggest reason that it lists is that it's infringing on their patents. So what does it really mean? In 2023, Nintendo filed this massive patent with a big encompassing name that I'll let you read, but the biggest point is highlighted here. An item that affects a field character disposed on a field in a virtual space based on a third operation input. That's just lawyer for saying throwing a Pokeball at a Pokemon. That's it. Like how they had in Arceus. And it's very similar to how they also have it in Palworld. And you're thinking that, well, this is kind of recent. Hey, don't worry. One more was also filed when they made Pokemon Arceus in 2021. And a lot of this patent is just how Pokemon works in technical terms. But if you don't read all that, don't worry. There's pictures, so don't worry, kids, we're saved. But it just displays what we're talking about here. It's just battling and capturing a Pokemon. So the Pokemon company just owns this entire system of capturing and battling, which is apparent in a decent amount of games outside of their own, and it's going to be interesting to see how that actually does hold up. Now, the Palworld team has of course responded to the lawsuit, and they mentioned how they're going to have to put in a lot more effort to this too, which takes away from their game. Those are the facts as we know them right now. We'll have to see how this plays out, if it does, and if it holds up in court. Which will be decently interesting because we have to remember, it is not just this game that utilizes this system or this flow. There are games like Yokai Watch and such which have a striking similarity to the things that Pokemon does and how they manage to capture their yokai, or even certain games like Digimon and such too, right? It's not a one-to-one, but there is merit there. So if this lawsuit does follow through and Palworld gets shut down, it does set a pretty dangerous precedent. But you guys let me know what your thought is on this and perhaps whose sides you're on. Thanks.